Hello guys, MGH here and welcome to a FIFA 14 news video. They've released some cracking information. Thank you EA so much for letting us know what we can expect basically in FIFA 14. It's very exciting news. I wasn't at the Guildford event at all, so I can't really talk about gameplay and features and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through what they've released themselves on their website and stuff like that. And also we'll go through some screenshots of FIFA 14 and also career mode, because obviously my channel is hugely about career mode. And when we get some news on that, I have to break it to you guys because, you know, that's what we do over here. So FIFA 14 is coming. This is something that they've been talking about for literally about 2 days now. They said they'd release some information, and they have indeed gone and done that today. 5 key gameplay features. They've been talking about those 5 so far. I'm guessing they'll be releasing some more. So anyway, the first thing we'll talk about is pure shots. So we're going to read out what they've said here, then we'll go through my own opinion on it and stuff. Position yourself for the perfect strike. Shooting has been transformed. Players have the intelligence to adjust their stride and approach angle to find the best position for hitting the back of the net. Well hit balls feel satisfying and goals are rewarding. As well as quality strikes, players can now shoot while off balance or rushed. Okay, so first of all, they've redesigned the shooting mechanism, the system where you hold circle or B or whatever, and your player goes to strike the ball towards the goal. They've adjusted how this works. They're saying it's going to be, you know, more about finding that perfect position. However, if you're off balance or you're rushed, there'll be new animations, things like that. I'm guessing that will help you, you know, make those shots, which is interesting enough, right? We'll go back through that again a bit later on. The next one was protect the ball, dominate midfield and dictate the tempo, fend off and block defenders from the ball while dribbling at any speed, protect the ball from opponents to control play through midfield and dictate the tempo of the match, plus outmuscle opponents for position before receiving the ball and then turn defenders to carve out opportunities. I can't help but feel that this should have been in the last game, the game before that. I don't know why this is something that they're just talking about now, but this does mean something. I'll get into that in a minute. We'll get on to the next one here. Real ball physics, authentic ball movement and control. Strike the ball with more force and finesse. Realistic ball physics now determine the trajectories, fucking hell, that word's annoying, of balls in game, enabling players to strike the ball with force from distance, drill low rising shots with accuracy, and blast dipping or swerving shots, just like real footballers. Trajectories, there we go. That should be interesting. They've just kind of redeveloped the way the ball will move in the air, and you know, I saw some kind of like how do I explain it? It almost looked like alpha footage of FIFA 14 where they had literally, like, you know, bad graphics and stuff, but they mapped where the ball went from a free kick and it swerved in the air, which was fantastic to see. So the ball will actually have its own kind of physics engine, I'm guessing, and it's going to allow you to, you know, produce different shots, passes, all of that stuff. We then got 2 more. One of them is teammate intelligence, better support from smarter teammates. Better decision making delivers tighter, smarter marking and improved run tracking. Defenders recognise opportunities to provide support and win back possession. Attacking players have new ways to outsmart their opponents and break down tighter, more intelligent defences by creating space for themselves, running along the backline and checking their pace. Interesting enough, you know, in the last game, FIFA 13, they were talking about, you know, the intelligence of your players making runs, your teammates. It's just, I can't help again feeling that this is just something that we talked about last year, and they're using it as another one of their, you know, top 5 key elements improved, which is fair enough, whatever. Now the last one, the big one, which is why they've held it off till last, I'm guessing. Global Scouting Network, a game-changing way to play career mode. You'll notice in the picture there, it looks very smart, doesn't it? We'll get into the screenshots soon, actually. Experience the world of professional scouting as you search for talent around the world. Develop and refine your own scouting network. Evaluate footballers to uncover the attributes of players who could bolster your squad during the transfer windows. A new hub delivers easy navigation, thank God, and fewer interruptions and live scouting reports. We'll move on to some screenshots now. There's not much to say through these except from it looks very similar to FIFA 13 because obviously there are no new boots out yet. That will be when FIFA 14 comes out. There'll be new boots by then. Also new kits and stuff like that. So while the screenshots continue over there, you can take a little look at that. But so far, what I've got to say is I'm feeling mixed emotions right now because sure, I'm excited to get a new FIFA. It's definitely exciting to know that we're getting a new game, which we knew we were. It's just now we know what's going to be in it is quite nice. But I can't help but feel that a lot of the stuff they've talked about should have been in FIFA 13, it should have been in FIFA 12, maybe even FIFA 11, some of this stuff. But we'll move on to career mode stuff, because obviously that's what you guys are probably most interested in. The first screenshot we've got here is a guy called Matt Bilby. I don't know if it's a real name, it might be. Clearly playing as Tottenham in his career mode. Now, I'm not sure if that's White Hart Lane in the background there, which that'd be pretty cool if you select a team, it then has a picture of your team's stadium in the background. I doubt that is, though. It doesn't really look like White Hart Lane from here. But the first thing you'll notice is it's laid out so much more smart. Almost like Ultimate Team. You know how Ultimate Team has the tabs at the top which you can scroll in between? Looks like they're going for that in career mode, which is nice to see. 5 main tabs. You've got the Central, Squad, Transfers, Office, and Season. Office has that little notification on top right, so I'm guessing that's emails and all that stuff there. And also, what I really like is how it's all set out in boxes. So you've got Play Match in a box, you've got a Chelsea match there, Sim Match in a box, and you've got a preview window. You've got your feed there with all the news. You've also got the league table kind of broken down into parts there on the right. You'll see there's some grey dots. One of them's white. I'm sure you can scroll in between those and it will have different information. Whether it will show you assists or red cards, or maybe it just shows you the rest of the table, I don't know. But bottom left is the key part. Global Scouting Network. Clearly, this guy is not, well, it's not clear, but he's not in the transfer window, I presume. But he's still able to access that scouting network. So it kind of proves my point from earlier. They want us to be scouting, looking at players more throughout the whole season, not just twice during the season, you know. But I've got to say, it looks lovely. I know it's not the final image. I'm guessing it will look a little bit different when the game actually comes out. But if they can create something very similar to this, I think it'd be fantastic. I think career mode is long due a facelift like this. You know, the menus are very clunky, constantly stopping. You know, when you click advance, then you get a new email, then you have to click advance again. And they're kind of just removing all of that by the looks of it and making it so much more fluent and smooth to play, which is exactly what I want, and I'm sure what you want as well. Bear in mind, guys, I am going to be doing a FIFA 14 wish list. I did a FIFA 13 one last year, which you guys really enjoyed, so I'll be doing that as well. So if you've got any suggestions that you'd want in the game, maybe I'll use them with your permission, of course, but you can always send me a message on Twitter or on YouTube, and I'll pick some up, hopefully. But the last screenshot we've got here is inside the transfers and scout report. You can see underneath his name there, transfers, scout report. This is the live one, I'm guessing. You've got recent, then you've got attackers, midfielders, defenders, and goalkeepers. So it's all split up nicely. Now, what I don't get here, there's probably some other YouTubers that haven't actually noticed this, but I know it's not the finished product, but look at their colours next to their positions. Centre-backs are blue, and you know the right midfielders there, Suso and Obertan, are orange. Like, what? It can't be. It surely can't be. And another thing I noticed in terms of colours, you look down in the stats that Obertan's got there in the bottom right with the red, orange, green. It looks to be as if they're staying the same. Remember in FIFA 12, dark blue was the best. Light blue was the best, and dark blue was, 80s. Now it looks like they've gone back to that. We've got light blue being right in the far right, up towards 99 on defending, and then you've got the dark blue underneath. So in FIFA 13, dark blue stats were often the very good ones. Well, they are the good ones, over 90. And then light blue is the 80 to 89. It looks like we're reversing it back to FIFA 12, which is something I'd like back, because it is weird. I think light green should be the best colour to reveal how good they are, you know? But that's just my opinion. Obviously, we've still got the blue, the red and the orange to signify poor stats. Now, another thing to notice here, if you look down Obertan's stats again, it's broken down into different things. Athleticism, so it's not just sprint speed, acceleration, I'm guessing that's agility, it's balance, everything put into one. Technical ability, shooting, passing, defending, mentality, it's all broken into different things, so it's going to be a much more easier process to dissect information and stats when you're looking at these players. I wish they'd just remove sprint speed from the game. I know it sounds crazy. This will be in my wish list, I'm sure. I just wish they'd put movement. You know, movement out of 99. Messi would obviously get a very high rating because his balance, his agility, his sprint speed is all very good. I think it would get rid of so many pace whores in FIFA. If they can't see how fast they are, you could get a really slow player who has really good balance and agility, and therefore his movement is actually quite a high stat. Don't you think that would help? Anyway, I'll leave that into my wish list video in a couple of weeks, but there's not much else to talk about right now. Obviously, I don't have any other information. All I've got is stuff that's online, and it's looking good. You know, what can I say? It looks very interesting. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do leave a like rating, guys, and as soon as I get some more FIFA 14 information, I'll be sure to let you know. But until then, enjoy what you've seen in this video. It seems like we're going to be getting a nice facelift in career mode, that's for sure, and some new features, which would be lovely. Thanks for watching, guys.